Hey everybody, it's Tiffany Nicole. Thank you for joining in with me yet another Sunday. Yay! We are here. This is the place for positivity. This is the place where you can come and just renew and restore. And so if you have not already, go ahead, like and subscribe to my videos on YouTube. You can also feel free to comment on those videos. You can scroll up and down at your leisure and just catch up on previous videos that I've done, and you can catch up all the way into the video that I am completing now. So I appreciate all the love. And also on Facebook and Instagram, go ahead, like, share, and comment. And so moving on and moving forward to celebrate, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we are giving cancer the boot. And so I am just so excited of all of the survivors out there. This is your day. This is your month to just really celebrate you and to really just be glad of all that you have overcome. You did not let cancer defeat you. And so I just want to remind you that you had a strong finish. And so we are moving on to talk about our topic for today, which is fearful of the unknown. And I think a lot of us can relate to living in fear. And let's just say that we have to address exactly what fear is first, which fear is an uncomfortable feeling that is triggered by the thought or perception of danger, or even what you imagine, what you think is to be danger. And so I want to go ahead and just say that I think my first point is really understanding your fear. Understand your fear. Our brain is already hardwired to prefer negative consequences in uncertain situations or outcomes, which means that our brain is already fixed to react or to feel a certain way when we see certain things happening, dangerous things happening. So that kind of fear is normal fear. That is what we are supposed to feel. If it wasn't something that we were supposed to feel, I don't feel like we would have that emotion in us. And so I want to go ahead to my second point and say that you need to understand the cause of your fear. What triggered the fear? What triggered your unknown? The fear of the unknown. What triggered it? What caused it? And I want to say that some fear is good and some is not. Some fear is used to protect us against life-threatening situations. Okay, so there are certain times where our defense mechanism goes up because, yes, we are in a situation where we feel like it's a fearful situation, but we feel like we have to protect ourselves. And so I feel like that is also a normal sense of fear. But I think where I get a little concerned is for those of us who live in a fear that paralyzes us, that keeps us from living our daily lives, that keeps you from walking up and down the street, that keeps you from going to sleep at night. That is the fear that is dangerous to self. It's not healthy living in fear. And God tells us to be anxious for nothing, but in everything in prayer and supplication. I just wanted to sneak that part in because that's one of my favorite scriptures when we talk about anxious, when we talk about living in fear and that kind of thing. So I just want to say that fear that paralyzes us and keeps us cooped up and keeps you in the house and keeps you afraid of living life to the fullest. That's the fear that we're talking about today. And I think you have to question yourself, question your fear, and ask yourself, what evidence is there that supports that fear of the unknown? What evidence is there that supports that fear? And I'm not talking about what happened to a friend. I'm not talking about what happened to a family member. I'm talking about what happened in your life that caused that fear of the unknown. I think we have to ask these questions to ourselves. The second question that I want to ask you is, what evidence is there that I will fail and my fear of the unknown will be right? What has fear proven to you that says, hey, fear is going to win? I think that you've made it this far. So by you making it this far, that means you have overcome so many obstacles, so many situations, in your life, that no matter what, you're still standing, you still made it. So it doesn't matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter about, what you thought. It matters about what is supposed to be for you. So I think that, keep in mind that fear of the unknown is not based on reality. It's a false reality, because the fear of the unknown is something that you don't know. So why do we go in this mindset of trying to project or trying to assume what will happen and how we will fail at something? I think we have to stop living like that, but more so embrace change. And that brings me to the last point of embracing, when we talk about embracing change, is because COVID-19 has brought on so many unforeseen situations, and it has now become our new normal. And we have had to adjust and adapt to that. We have had to embrace that change. Why? Because we had no control. And what I mean is, we saw people, passing away, left and right. We saw families being affected. We heard it and saw it on the news and on the radio every single day. Our children, were taken out of school abruptly because, it was all about this virus, And I think that now we have become accustomed to having to wear the mask. So we understand it's a part of us now. When we go to the stores, we understand that we have to have that mask on to protect ourselves. And so that is our new normal. We have embraced change. We are going with the flow instead of going against the currents. We're not fighting against the water anymore. We're waving with it. And I think that that's important, that we have to do that, and we cannot just live in the fear of the unknown, because we don't have any control over our future. Not all of our future, but we have some control. But you know what I mean, like things like this, with COVID, we have no control over. We have no control over, people losing their jobs, people losing their homes, different things like that. Like, you had no choice but to go with the times. And so I just want to say that when you step out and you embrace change, it brings about new opportunities. And not only that, it brings upon a more positive feeling that you have about life, and that you have about, people and situations. You just embrace and look at life differently, and you appreciate life differently. And so I hope that this helps. We are giving cancer the boot all month, and I appreciate everybody for watching and tuning in. Again, go on YouTube, like and subscribe, and on Facebook and Instagram, you can like, share, and comment. You guys like and share this video. I love you all so much. Thank y'all for being here. See you next time.